because Playhouse 90 was a. Does anyone remember Playhouse 90? Nobody's old enough to remember.
I don't know whether it aired here in the UK.
One or two. Well,
I don't know whether it aired.
It was a 90-minute show. It was a wonderful show, and it was a live show. It was live 90 minutes. And each month, I think once a month, they did a different play. We did Time of Your Life, William Saroyan, with that's a long story. But the one I just wanted to tell you about is the one that we did in John Brown's Raid, which had all of the real elements standing side by the replicas that we had to make in order to make this thing work. But it was an exciting thing, and James Mason was my all-time favorite actor, so it was.
He also did a good job on Rommel.
Yes.
But he played Roman Rommel in the 1950s, 60s version.
And then he also did. He played a Nazi on another Playhouse 90 called. I can't think of the name of it, but this is based on a true story where an RAF, meaning Royal Air Force is, RAF. This is a true story. This RAF pilot was shot down behind enemy lines in Germany, and he was captured by an ordinary person, a man who lived in a house, grabbed him, put him in his cellar, and kept him in the cellar as a prisoner during World War II. When the war was over, he didn't tell the guy, so he kept the guy in his basement. So this is a true story, and they made a 90-minute story out of this. And again, James Mason, he played the Nazi, he did it so well. And well, listen, I can't think of their names, but this was the kind of stuff. All the stuff was done live. It was done live. There was no such thing as tape, no such thing as film. And it was wonderful, a wonderful experience.
Effects were all real effects for the moment.
Yes,
yes. They had to work. Lots of rehearsal and lots of preparation back in those days.
I know that with that question that was just asked, I mean, Jack, you haven't answered it, so maybe I'll just add a little spin to it. Do you think the success and the love that people have for shows like this, for like Buck Rogers, is because the storytelling was so much better and the characters were so much, this is just my opinion, back then when there wasn't the focus on all of this CGI and all of the special effects that there are? Do you think that we've lost something because of that?
I just think things change. And, as an older actor now, I mean, CGI is not my favorite genre, but I understand that it is for much younger people. But going to Battlestar, the relationships between the characters were much more important because you didn't have to rely on the special effects. I think now that a lot of films rely on the special effects rather than relationships between people. And that's just the way things are. Time marches on, but working with another individual in a scene that you've rehearsed and trained for, and you put your total trust in your partners that are in the scene with you, and believe me, you have
That's how you do it?
total trust in each other. Yeah, and so I will always vote for less effects and more story.
Of course.
Well, my theory is that Steven Spielberg destroyed the written word because he was such a genius with the visual that he proved you can make hundreds of millions of dollars without writing, because he could tell a story with pictures. So once he started doing that, and he was a totally illiterate guy. I met him in 1972 when we were both starting. He'd just done Duel, but he was sneaking on the lot. We'd meet time, and I was the opposite because I'm a bibliophile. I guess a compulsive reader, and he'd never read anything but comic books. He barely got out of high school, but he knew every frame of every movie that was ever made, and I knew none of them because I didn't really go to them. So we were opposite, but we had this mutual curiosity about each other. He's fascinated by me, and he felt a little bit, and he couldn't believe that I was an actor in the business and hadn't seen, Casablanca, or I'd seen Gone with the Wind, but all these movies, forget the Fellini and Bergman, forget all that. So. But he never, and it began, I think he did talk about it, began to weigh on him. And that's when he did Schindler's List, and he then felt like he was you know, at the same level as Capra and the ones that worked from writing was important. But for Spielberg, he didn't need the written word. And if you look at some of the dialogue of you know, Close Encounters or the one before, the writing is not special. If you just take that script and look at the dialogue, it's very cliche and mundane, you know. But visually, it's unbelievable. So he destroyed the written word for a long time. It's coming back because it will always come back. But you know, Hollywood in the early, if you look at it, was all the talent like Terry. They came from New York. They came from live theater, live television. The writers came from, they were novelists. They were screenplays. Most of them were playwrights. So it was a whole other mentality. So, but now today, writers grow up. Well, it used to be they grow up on sitcoms. They don't even do that now. Now they grow up on Facebook. So it's all changing. I mean, nobody has any foundation in the theater or in the great classic theatrical literature like we did. We were there with that. But that's all this. But Spielberg, I'll go to my grave maintaining this theory is true, that because it is true. He didn't. If you look at these movies, it's not about dialogue. You know, there's not a lot of not like, you know, those Preston Sturges or all those movies with it. You know, all the Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, Spencer, the dialogue is so clever and so fast, and that it requires great skill. And then you come to Spielberg, and you can, you know, just watch it. You don't need to hear anything. You can follow the story.
Any more questions?
Yeah.